Welcome back to our series on matrices. Don't forget subscribe and also hit the notification button so that you can be notified anytime we drop in a new lecture. So for today we are going to continue with more examples on application of matrix multiplication. Last time we looked at an application example whereby we had some information given to us and we were able to represent it in matrix form. We are even able to deal with it and calculate the prices of different products. So for this video we are going to be interested also in another example. So we are going to have two examples done, then I'll leave you with one example that you will try as some simple exercise. So let's have that question. Let's have the question. Peter went shopping and bought 5 books in bracket P for shillings 100 each, 3 rubbers R for shillings 50 each, and 10 pens P for shillings 200 each. Full stop. How much money did Peter spend? How much money did Peter spend? So this question is very simple. We just need to understand what the question is requiring us to do. So if we are to look at the question critically, oh sorry, let me use this. If we are to look at the question critically, we are going to analyze different things. That Peter went shopping and bought 5 books. So we are going to form a matrix for Peter. We're going to form a matrix for Peter. Okay, we're going to form a matrix for Peter, whereby Peter is going to buy books B. He's also buying R. Okay, he's buying books, he's buying rulers, he's also buying pens. Okay, so he went to buy and bought 5 books, he bought 3 rulers and bought 10 pens, just from the question up. Okay, so we form a price matrix whereby we have books, rulers and pens. Ruler for books, he has it is bought at 100. For rulers 50, and for pens we are having 200 shillings. Okay, the question is, how much money did Peter spend? How much money did Peter spend? It is very easy for us. So remember, here we are just going to multiply books with the cost for books, rulers with the cost for rulers, and pens with the cost for pens, and add. So it is just a matter of dealing with matrix multiplication. So we are going to have 5, 3, 10 multiplied by 100, 50, 200. Then row by column times 100 plus 3 times 50 plus 10 times 200, which is going to give us 500 plus 150 plus 2000, which is giving us 2650 shillings. So meaning that Peter spent this amount of money to buy the books, the pens and the rulers. So that's what he used. If they are to ask you to find the amount spent on rulers, before you add to get the final answer, you just pick for the rulers because it was a 3 times that, so you just pick that amount. If they are to ask for the pens, you just pick for the pens. If they are to ask you for the books, you just pick for the books. Okay, let's do another example and we see what we shall have. The question is, In the Football League, a win represented by W earns 3 points, a draw D earns 1 point, and a loss earns 0 points. The results for two football clubs in the English Premier League, Man U and Arsenal, are given in the table. So the table here represents the results that these two teams have. Let's analyze these results and see. Meaning that Manchester United, or Man U, had 11 wins, had 5 draws, and lost 4 games. Arsenal won 7 matches. It had 9 draws and lost 4 matches. Okay, then the question here, use matrix multiplication to find the number of points each team scored, meaning that we need to find the number of points each team scored. Remember the question up, it is telling us that a win, we are going to multiply it with 3 points, meaning that if I'm to get for Manchester United, I'll get a win, I multiply it with 3. I get a draw, I multiply it with 1 point. I get a loss, I multiply it with 0 points. Same applies to Arsenal, I do the same thing. But we can easily do this at once, okay, using matrix multiplication. So we are just going to form a matrix for the teams and their points. We also form a matrix which is representing the points that each team will be earning. Okay, allow me put this one aside, though we shall be referring to it. So we need to form 2 matrices. So the matrix for the above information in the table can be got as Manchester, as Manchester and Arsenal. We are having 11, 5, 4, 7, 9, 4. So this is win, draw, and loss. Then we can also form a matrix to represent the number of points for the win, draw, and loss. So meaning that if I have a win, a draw, and a loss, remember here we are also having win, draw, a loss. Okay, can also be got as 3, 1, 0. Meaning that if I'm doing matrix multiplication, I'm going to be multiplying row by column. So the win will automatically go with the win. The draw will automatically go with the draw. And the loss will automatically go with a loss. So we just multiply and we are going to have 11, 5, 4, 7, 9, 4 into 3, 1, 0. Okay. Then we are going to have this equaling to, we multiply row with a column, this with this, so it is 11 times 3 plus, okay, 5 times 1 plus 4 times a 0. So remember that is Manchester. We go for Arsenal, it is 7 times 3 plus 9 times 1 plus 4 times a 0, which is going to give us 33 plus 5 plus 0, which is 38. Then we are having 21 plus 9, which is a 30. Then from there we can conclude. Remember, this was for Manchester and this was for Arsenal. You can conclude and say the Manchester United scored 38 points and Arsenal scored 30 points. Okay, please remember to conclude. Don't forget to conclude. Don't stop here. Go ahead and conclude that Manchester United scored 38 points and Arsenal scored 8 points. I'm going to leave you with a simple exercise. Please, I beg you to practice it. Do it and see what you have. Let's call it easy exercise for serious students. Jane wants to go shopping and buy 3 writing pads W, 4 exercise books P, and 5 ballpoint pens P. Her sister Eva wants to buy 2 writing pads, 8 exercise books, and 3 ball pens. In Entebbe, a writing pad costs shillings 800 each, an exercise book costs shillings 300 each, and a ballpoint pen costs shillings 150 each. Full stop. In Kampala, writing pads cost shillings 700, exercise books cost shillings 500, and ball pens cost shillings 100 each. Full stop. Use matrix multiplication to find out where it is better to shop from. So let me give you a hint here. What you are going to do, form a matrix for Jane and Eva, whereby you are going to have Jane as a row and Eva as a row. Then the columns are going to be the writing pad, the books, and the pens. You also form another matrix which is representing the prices in different cities. So you're going to have a matrix whereby the cities are the columns and the items which are being bought are the rows. So you form that matrix also. Then you just multiply these two matrices to find where you can buy easily. And then after that, you can determine where Entebbe is and where Kampala is. Then you decide, is the price for Entebbe cheaper than that one of Kampala? You will decide that. The answers you are going to get are going to be, after multiplying the matrix, you are going to get the answer as this is the answer that you will get after multiplying the matrices. Thank you very much for watching, and come back for the next video. Next, we shall look at determinant of a matrix. Thank you very much for watching. Wish you well. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Please subscribe. Why not? Subscribe.